Beyond Lemuria versus Oracle of the Mermaids. Which Oracle deck is the best? Here we're looking at the packages on the outside. We're going to talk about the artwork primarily and compare these two Oracle decks together. Also just mentioning the author, the artist, the publisher, and the year it was made, and a bit of that type of information as well as we go through these two awesome decks that are in my personal collection. And we're going to start with Beyond Lemuria, which I spent some time finding. I just fell in love with some of these wonderful illustrations that I saw online. You see here that it comes with a guidebook inside of like a tuck box, and this was produced in 2020. The cards aren't exactly the same size as the box, so they kind of rattle around in there, which is a little bit unique. And then here is the guidebook. So you can see that it has quite a healthy amount of information in order for you to get excited about this deck and what it means when you pull the card. You can really get into each one. And as I mentioned in my write-up, that basically these cards have sort of like a spiritual quality to them that makes them unique from the other deck. Like, for example, this one is the Crown Chakra card. So we have this idea of the different energy centers, which is a more sort of modern, new age, let's say, like fusion of spirituality. So Lemuria, if you don't know, is this idea of a civilization that existed similar to Atlantis. And it's a beautiful concept. So these cards mix them together. Also, they feature the artwork. So notice that there's purple bars on the side here. Not all the artwork is fills the card in the perfect proportions. So in this deck, they've really featured the artwork. So you do have cards where the horizontal or verticals have been changed a little bit. And then this is the Oracle of the Mermaids. Now, both of these were produced by Llewellyn. This Oracle of the Mermaids, Magical Messages of Healing, Love, and Romance, was created in 2014 by Lucy Cavendish and Selena French, who's the artist. Sorry, I forgot to mention that Izzy Ivy is the artist of the Lemuria one. And it comes with a similar guidebook. Similarly, the cards don't fit exactly in the box, so I don't know why some of the Llewellyn printing does and some of it doesn't, but that's just an interesting thing to know. And again, there's lots of information about each card to help you kind of get a little bit deeper into the particular meaning of the oracle card that you pick. And here's an example of the illustration, which is really beautiful. And you can see it kind of has different references as well. Like this one looks like it might be like a Scottish or Celtic mermaid, perhaps. But still more of the traditional vibe. You don't have the sort of like crown chakra cards or things like that you see in the Beyond Lemuria deck. But there is diversity. They're not all exactly the same. This mermaid looks like maybe she might be somewhat Asian with the kind of lily pads in the background, and it's more of a close-up as well. It's not like, it's sort of like a portrait of a mermaid, which is cool. So there's diversity in the artwork too, and I absolutely adore both of them because I love mermaids and I think they pair really well together. But I would ask you that question of which one do you like best and why? Let us know down in the comments. You never know, you might help someone else decide what oracle deck would be best for them. Of course, when I ask the question, which oracle deck is the best, I end every single one of my readings with, what you choose is the best, and like I always choose both.